Do SBA loans require a personal guarantee? So in this video, I'm going to be doing a deep dive into whether SBA loans require a personal guarantee and who they require that from, when they require that from, and what exactly does that mean? What exactly are you signing yourself up for when you sign a personal guarantee on an SBA loan? But first, a little background on me. My name's Adam Huxema. I spent 12 years as an SBA lender, closed over 1,500 SBA loans during my time as executive director of an organization called Bankable. And now today I own ProjectionHub and help clients through the process of creating financial projections, business plans, and ultimately walking through that SBA loan process. Today, I'm going to be focused on this question of personal guarantees, which is always a sticking point for SBA loan applicants. So the short of it is that any business owner who owns 20% or more of the business is going to be required to personally guarantee the SBA loan. So what exactly does that mean? So if you personally guarantee an SBA loan, that means you are on the hook personally for the entire loan. So oftentimes clients think, hey, I own 30% of the business, and so we took out $1 million loan, me and my business partners. I only own 30% of the business, so if we defaulted on the whole $1 million loan, I only have to pay $300,000. No, that's not right. You don't have to just pay your 30%. You are on the hook for the entire 100% of the loan, okay? So what does that mean? That means you should be really careful about who you go into business with, because taking out an SBA loan with a personal guarantee on the entire loan is a big deal, right? So let me hit on a couple of the most common questions around personal guarantees. Before I do that though, this is the fourth video in a series of videos that I'm doing on SBA loan qualifications and requirements and really all things about what does it take to get an SBA loan. So if you'd like to start back at the beginning, the first video, and kind of watch through the whole process here, the whole series, you can find that video up here in the link in the card above, or you can go in the description of the video below. We're going to put links to all 6 of the videos in this series, so you can make sure to watch all of those and really get a full grasp of what it's going to take to qualify and what does the SBA require. Okay, so back to some of the most common questions on personal guarantees. One of the common questions I get is people are always trying to kind of game the system, right? So they'll say, okay, well, what if I've got 5 other business partners or 10 other business partners, and we're all going to own 10% of the business. So no one's going to own 20% of the business. Does that mean no one has to personally guarantee the loan? No, probably not. Probably what's going to happen is that your business might not be a good fit for an SBA loan. So the lender's probably just going to say, hey, if no one's willing to personally guarantee this loan, this is not an SBA type of deal. And so that is the most common scenario. The other scenario could be that you have to pick one person of the owners, or maybe a couple of the owners who maybe even though they don't own 20%, they're still going to have to personally guarantee because someone's going to need to be on the hook for that loan most likely. Then another common question that I get is, if I own 20% or more of the business, does my spouse need to also personally guarantee the loan? So technically, no, if your spouse doesn't have any ownership, your spouse is not personally guaranteeing the loan as well. But where this gets a little bit tricky and nuanced is if you have joint assets. So if you and your spouse both own a house together, you've got equity in that home, and you're personally guaranteeing the SBA loan, right? The SBA may require you to also pledge the collateral in your home. And so if that's jointly owned with your spouse, now your spouse is maybe not technically personally guaranteeing the loan, but they are going to be potentially putting up a joint asset or an asset that they have joint ownership of as part of the collateral on the loan. So it's not quite the same as personally guaranteeing it, but it is still kind of tied in there. And so if you're wondering about whether you will be required to pledge your house as collateral on your SBA loan application, I'm going to do a deep dive on that topic in the next video. So follow along here.